She was my true love, now she's dead and gone. She made me feel whole, and when I felt she'd hold my hand when nobody ever would. She understood. She came with me everywhere I'd go. I miss her so. She was my only true love. She was all I would ever need. But now she's dead and buried under the willow tree. Should all acquaintance be forgot? Amber waves of grain and John Jacob Guggenheim and Schmidt, Mamma Mia, diarrhea, Mamma Mia, diarrhea, my friend. His truth is marching on. Let's drink a cup of poison now to the days of kingdom come. The children flying through the air from sea to shining sea. Dark house in which once more I sit. I curse the very thought of it. Doors creaking through the cold empty halls, and cobwebs on the walls. A box filled with broken dreams, scattered pictures from a life once filled with glee. So ghastly through the dead of night I go. Dark kitchen where I cook my shit. How I shudder at the thought of it. Pots and pans amidst the stale hollow stink, and dishes in the sink. The cheese that's been there for years. The tiled floor that's not been washed but for blood and tears. And the forks and spoons from a bygone time once shined so bright they have no life amidst the dark lightning clouds, and children play on the streets below as I die alone in this dark house. Holy guacamole, holy guacamole, I just got hit by a car. And you're the one who swept me off my feet, pushed me in the street, left me in a coma. Guacamole me, guacamole you, I just got busted for drugs. And you're the one who sold me to the Fed, leaving me for dead, played me for a fool. Making guacamole, mix it in the bowlie, I just got mauled by a bear. And you're the one who covered me with honey, thought it was so funny, how could you be so cruel? Take it. Officer Stromboli, I just got shot in the face. And you're the one who had the smoking gun. Love is just no fun whenever I'm with you. Guacamole coma, Yuma, Arizona, I just got hepatitis C. You were standing there with a syringe. How it makes me cringe, breaks my heart in two. Holy guacamole, lumpy, green and rolly, baby, I wouldn't change a thing. 'Cause even though I'm down upon my luck, I don't give a fuck, long as I have you.
Testing. Check 1 2. Testing 1 2 3. Help. Alexa, what time is it?
The time is 12:08 p.m.
Alexa, volume 10. Alexa, what is the weather?
The current weather is 78 degrees Fahrenheit with clear skies and sun. Throughout the day you can expect more of the same, with a high of 78 degrees and a low of 53 degrees.
Okay.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Henry's Kitchen, where today we're going to be teaching you how to cut a proper jack-o'-lantern. The jack-o'-lantern, of course, has been with us for centuries. It was originally used to scare people, criminals, away from homeowners' windows sometime in the 1950s, I believe. I have some history here that we're going to go through, but first I want to say a couple of announcements. Well, a couple of thank yous here. Sharka Bubba Kiki has resubscribed, and so has Moopin Scoops Bastion 321. Thank you. Well, the big news is, since I've been on here before, I've been made a partner.
Okay.
Kalamazoo Dog just resubscribed, 3 months.
Okay.
And what's up? I'm very excited about this partnership, and By Curioso just subscribed.
Okay.
Fat Hunger just resubscribed for 3 months. Thanks, Fat Hunger. A lot to get through. When I started this Twitch journey, thanks, Agak 8000.
Oh, hi.
Sahara Destruction just gifted 5 subs. Sahara Destruction, if I remember correctly, is the one who did the genius face swap. And thanks, Zodbane.
Oh, hi.
One Man Nativity Scene just gifted 1 subs. Wow, this is wonderful. This is like Christmas.
Okay.
Microsoft Excel just resubscribed for 4 months. Thank you. When I started my journey on Twitch about 1 year ago, it started with a gentleman named Nim who started showing my YouTube videos and spreading the word of Henry's Kitchen until we eventually did a collaboration of sorts. And it was me teaching him how to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and he talked me through and basically talked me into starting my own YouTube, Twitch channel. And that was just the beginning. And, you know, it was a lot of technical difficulties. It was a lot of awkward silence, a lot of dead air, a lot of blank stares into the camera back when I started. And here we are 5 months later, and it's still mostly those same things, but I'm doing it with the check mark next to my name, which is very exciting. Some other exciting news. I don't know if you caught it, but some pretty incredible streamers that I met in Austin in the last couple of days. SFand at SFand TV was kind enough to invite me into his home, where there's just a whole incredible force of many streamers who are the nicest people, and we all made my Frankenstein cupcakes. Emaru and Bonnie, Chef Bonnie and Chef Emaru and Chef SFand. We made some pretty damn good cupcakes, and you can check out that stream. And I just want to thank them for allowing me into their home, which not a lot of people do. I want to thank Sulu for resubscribing, as well as JChamp9900, Game Master Flash, Anonymous gifted Big Dong Swingin' some subs, as well as Microsoft XL, One Man Nativity Scene, and Quantavian and Native King. So this is all very exciting stuff.
Okay.
Can you hear me okay, by the way? Kairosa just resubscribed. Kathy gifted subs. And Funi. This is incredible.
Okay.
Verf Sweaver 7. Muffin Money. Help! Help! That's my sound check there. E-Kunks gifted. Grievous 501 has gifted, as well as Muffin Money and some other folks. By the way, I'm not in trouble. Don't worry. When I say help, that's because I'm testing basically two sounds. Did you know that the H sound is the softest sound that the human voice makes during regular normal speech in any language? It's almost nothing. It's like you're just breathing. So if that picks up on the mic, then you know that your mic is working. And the P sound is the most aggressive sound. It's called a plosive. And when you make the P sound, it shoots a lot of air in there. So that's gonna test how hot your microphone should be. So if you can do the help, that's going to test the lowest sound and the highest sound and get it right in the middle there. I think I'm pretty good. Help! Yeah, so I think the P is kind of a little hot. Hot is language for, sound language for loud, I guess. Anyway, we've got a lot of exciting things that are going to happen. We have some requests for music. And as I did promise, I'm going to be playing the electric guitar today. I can't remember. I think it might have been Hacklin or maybe Shane Yes. But one of you made that deal with me, and I'm gonna be true to my word. And we're going to play the electric guitar today as a celebration. Thanks, Fiorta cheered 45 bits, and DJ Gatsby subscribed, as well as Grievous 501, E-Kunks. I hope you have your coffee, because this is going to be a little bit of sitting down and really rolling our sleeves up and getting to the bottom of what's going on here. I'm seeing a couple of comments here, and I'd like to get to them here. But they go by so quick.
Okay.
To Betsy, just resubscribed. Retro Boy, I noticed your title says how to make a proper jack-o'-lantern. I see the lantern, but I don't see the jack. Please clarify. Oh, we're going to be doing it. This thing's so heavy, but this is my pumpkin. Yeah, hopefully you won't be having to pick it up, but we're going to scoop all of the insides out of it so that it won't be as hard to do. Hacklin says, I got fired from my job at McDonald's after I repeatedly yelled, Henry wouldn't approve of this burger. As I was leaving McDonald's, some guy approached me and said, you watch Henry too? We became friends. Oh, cool. Plus one friend, minus one job, I guess. Yeah, it all worked out in the wash, I guess they say. Archmage Kale says, my wife and her boyfriend love your streams. In fact, my wife's boyfriend gave me extra allowance this month for showing them your stream. That's cool. Happy Feet 2233 says, you got a friendly looking face, sir. Well, thank you very much. I've always said that it doesn't cost you any money to be friendly. Unless you're in a place where they charge to be friendly, I guess.
Okay.
Neshi Opala just subscribed. Thank you. Let's take a look at the work that we've got ahead of us. I hope all these cameras are going to work okay. There always seems to be some kind of trouble. Yeah, here we go.
Okay.
So this is our pumpkin that we're going to turn. Thanks, Wordy Dreamer, for subscribing. This is our pumpkin. We're going to need you're going to need a pumpkin in front of you, we're going to also need some type of knife. I'm using a very sharp knife here. And that's basically going to be it. But before we get into that, I want to read to you just a little history of the jack-o'-lantern. And we're going to be checking in with my cat in a little bit. Roast beef. You do hear me okay? Hello. Help. You heard the H in hello and in help? Okay. People have been making jack-o'-lanterns at Halloween for centuries. The practice originated from an Irish myth about a man nicknamed Stingy Jack. According to the story, Stingy Jack invited the devil to have a drink with him. True to his name, Stingy didn't want to pay for his drink.
Oh, hi.
Thank you, Neshi Opala. I think the word is stingy, actually. Stingy Jack, which is spelled the same as stingy. Purple donut filling as a fruit. Thanks for resubscribing. Stingy Jack didn't want to pay for his drink, true to his name. Now that makes sense. So he convinced the devil to turn himself into a coin that Jack could use to buy their drinks. Once the devil did so, Jack decided to keep the money and put it into his pocket next to a silver cross, which prevented the devil from changing back to his original form. So the devil is pretty stupid in this scenario. Jack eventually freed the devil under the condition that he would not bother Jack for 1 year, and that should Jack die, he would not claim his soul. The next year, Jack again tricked the devil into climbing into a tree to pick a piece of fruit. So the devil, in most mythology, the devil seems to be sort of portrayed as a very clever and cunning character, but this is a really dumb devil if he got convinced to climb into a tree to pick a piece of fruit just because this guy asked him to. While the devil was up in the tree, Jack carved a sign of the cross into the tree bark so that the devil could not come down until the devil promised Jack not to bother him for 10 more years. I highly doubt this is a true story, but that's the way a lot of these things are, as they get exaggerated. Soon after, Jack died. I'm thinking Jack was probably pretty old, because it's only been, I think, a couple of years since this whole thing started. As the legend goes, God would not allow such an unsavory figure into heaven. I guess because he was stingy, that's why he wasn't going to heaven. The devil, upset by the trick Jack had played on him and keeping his word not to claim his soul. So the devil... Thanks, Beelzebub. Speaking of which... So the devil in this scenario also is someone who keeps his word. So that's kind of nice. The devil, upset by the trick that Jack had played on him and keeping his word not to claim his soul, would not allow Jack into hell. He sent Jack off into the dark night with only a burning coal to light his way. Jack put the coal into a carved-out turnip and has been roaming the earth ever since. The Irish began to refer to this ghostly figure as Jack of the Lantern, which was eventually shortened to simply Jack O'Lantern. In Ireland and Scotland, people began to make their own versions of Jack's lanterns by carving scary faces into turnips or potatoes and placing them into windows or near doorways to frighten away Stingy Jack and other wandering evil spirits. Or Stingy Jack. So wait, they're using a jack-o'-lantern to frighten Jack away. I don't know why he would be frightened, but in England, large beets are used. Immigrants from these countries brought the jack-o'-lantern tradition with them when they came to the United States. They soon found that pumpkins, a fruit native to America, make the perfect jack-o'-lanterns. I'm guessing that whole thing is just bullshit, but you can decide whether you want to believe it or not. I got it off the internet, so it must be true to some extent. Okay, take a look at this pumpkin here. Do you see how the handle goes like this? I was able to carry this for about 20 blocks because when you purchase a pumpkin and the handle is sticking straight up, you can't do that. So try to find one that's curved. It'd be much easier for you to carry with your other groceries. Let's take a look at the job ahead of us. I think we might just want to just get right into it. Oh, maybe first I'll do a little check-in on my cat, Roast Beef, who's been having some issues lately. He sleeps quite a bit, as you probably recall. But let's see how this goes here. I've got another camera. Okay, so that was Roast Beef. He's very sleepy all the time, and I think that's just because he's very old, and that's just the way the circle of life goes. Let's check in and see if anybody has any more questions here. Addicted Hydra says, nice carpets, Henry. Yeah, carpets are great for covering up your floor. Astro Rat the Grim, you better pet that boy. Yeah, no, I pet him any chance I get. Kiroslavius, can you do some bench press with that pumpkin? Yeah. Could do one, but it's not easy. Microsoft Excel says, are you going to rearrange the pumpkin's guts? Yeah, we are. Absolutely. Game Master Flash. Henry, what sort of shit do you suggest for cooking? Oh, sorry. My bad. What sort of shirt? I think any shirt that's got a collar is good, preferably short sleeves. But today it was a little bit cool, so I went with the long sleeves. But you'll find that you can cook usually in most shirts. Flan says, can I use the jack-o'-lantern in your Henry's Gym workout, or is that too dangerous? Yeah, I mean, this is very heavy. I think I would probably stick with weights, because that way if something's too heavy, you can take weights off. Whereas in this case,
Okay.
you'd have to cut it up or something. GigaCat Oh Hell resubscribed. Anime Wet Spot has resubscribed, and as well as some others. So thank you very much for that. Bruce Lee, my name is Jack. Should I be worried if I'm getting cursed if I make this? Yeah, I think that Jack was a very common name during the Middle Ages, but now you'll find that most of the people that were named Jack because of this curse have changed it to John. Okay, let's go ahead and get started here. By the way, the microwave is still going great. I want to thank Too Much Junk Food who bought us a new microwave. I think Johnny Austin was the other one who contributed, and someone named Anonymous gave a contribution as well. So thank you guys. I've used the microwave to make a Jimmy Dean sausage McBiscuit, and it was pretty fantastic. So here we go. All right, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to try to decide where is our face going to be on our jack-o'-lantern. This one has a natural sort of a face-looking area right here. So I think we're going to go ahead and use that. We're going to work with that area. Let's see if we can make sure it's nice and focused here. Okay. The first thing that we're going to do is we're going to cut a lid.
Okay.
Thanks, Archabounds. Just resubscribed. Okay, so for our lid, I want to say also, look, none of what I'm about to do is going to be easy. If you're watching me do it and it looks like it's easy, I don't want you to think, oh, this guy's an idiot, I could do it. And no, this is very, very difficult stuff that we're doing. So, yeah, Ultip14 says I'll be cutting with the butter knife just for safety. That's not a bad idea. I'm a little more advanced, so I've been doing the sharper knives like this one here. But the first thing that we need to do is we need to cut a lid. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to very carefully do something called scoring. So what scoring is I'm not actually cutting. I'm just sort of scoring. And we're going to use this scoring method to go all the way around and create a lid. You know, I had a terrible thing happen to me one Halloween. It was several years ago. I had some kind of rash. I had an exercise bike, and I developed some kind of rash in my posterior area. And this is back before we had the cell phones with the cameras on them, so I had to take a Polaroid picture of my posterior to see if it was bad enough that I had to go to the doctor. And I looked at it, and it was sort of okay. I just figured, well, maybe I'll just tough it out. But I threw it in a paper bag. I lived with a bunch of other people at that time, a bunch of roommates. And I thought the paper bag that I threw it in was the trash, but it was actually a paper bag full of candy that was supposed to be handed out to the trick-or-treaters. And I went out and I came back and the bag was empty. And I said, what happened? And they said, oh, we just gave that bag away to the trick-or-treaters. So I was kind of terrified, but I never heard anything about it. All right. This thing is not behaving because now we're beyond the scoring part. We just want to basically cut it now. So I'm going to have to do deeper cuts. Thanks, literally the owner of Twitch just resubscribed. Thank you, literally the owner of Twitch. Very kind. I'm hoping that this partnership lasts a very long time, and I want to do the best that I can. I did my first sponsored stream, and you, the viewers, couldn't have been more awesome because it went really well. So I'd like to do more of those to support this. And oh, here we go. Okay, that's our lid. And now what we're going to be doing is we're going to put our pumpkin aside for a second here. And I think I'm going to move over to a different work area. And let's start, I've got my coffee here. Let's use a pumpkin scraper. I was hoping to zoom in on this thing. Hold on. I think that's pretty good. Let's start scraping. We're going to scrape all the seeds off. Now, if you save the seeds, you can put them on a frying pan with some salt and you can bake them, and we might do that later if we have time. But for now, we're basically just trying to scrape our lid. I guess you could call it sort of a hat for our jack-o'-lantern. But I'd say that's pretty good. All right, now the next part is a real sort of a pain in the ass. What we're going to do is we're going to take all of what's inside this thing. Well, here, maybe I'll go to our other camera here. We have to take everything in here and we have to pour it out. So I'm going to use a cookie sheet, and I'm literally just going to start dumping all this stuff. Oh, Quanto says you might want to switch back to the old wireless cam. Quanto is my technical advisor who does an amazing job. So I'm going to take that advice. Still all kinds of problems going on with the roast beef cam. All right, so this is actually proving to be not very easy what we're doing here, which is unfortunate. Eric Hansen says, why not use a giant spoon or ice cream scoop? That's not a bad idea. I've got this thing. The problem is it's all stuck to the bottom. But we're going to be putting a candle in there, so we don't want to be like, you know, messing around with this stuff catching on fire or whatever. There sure is no shortage of the seeds. Yeah, Eric, I appreciate your input, but it doesn't seem to have helped because it's just as much of a pain in the ass as it was with this thing as it... Oh. And this thing's heavy too. I might just sort of say, well, for the purposes of demonstration, this is basically okay. See if there's any other comments here. By shaking it like you would a small child. Let's see. Yeah, that helps a little bit. Boy, this is a real workout. This is a good way to know whether your heart's working properly. And mine's not. Saguaro Ooh has resubscribed. Thanks, Saguaro Ooh. Alright, I'm very close to being done here. But basically what you're doing is you're trying to... Thanks, yup, Eric. You're trying to get all the guts out. I think I'm just going to go ahead and use my hand here. Panely just resubscribed. Thanks, Panely. This part is no fun. You know, you could just buy one that's already been pre-made for you. I have a fake jack-o'-lantern on the fridge, in case you've seen that. If you're just joining us, we're taking the insides out of a pumpkin so that we can put a lantern inside of it. And we're also going to be cutting a face out. I'm pretty much just going to stop here. Okay, I think this is probably fine. You know what? Why don't we go ahead and put these on a cookie sheet and or maybe I could just leave them where they are and cook them up. Let's spread them out a little bit. Hold on. Oh, fuck. I gotta preheat the oven again. And I gotta take all this shit out of it. Sorry, everybody. Here's my other jack-o'-lantern that you can see here, which is fake. But, you know, if you don't want to do all of this shit, you know, you can easily just go ahead and buy a fake one, I suppose. Alright, so I'm probably going to just put a little bit of salt on top. You can hear me okay? Hunter Nicey says, help. Help! Okay. Let's put a little bit of salt in there. I should have it. And you know what? Maybe I'll put a little bit of our stoked paprika as well. And swish it around. And this is going to be a nice little snack for you and your cat to munch on while you're watching scary movies by yourself. Okay, let's put this in the oven. All right, I know that the oven is not preheated, but I'm going to just put it in there anyway because it still cooks, sort of. Seeing a couple of comments here. Henry, I'm watching this on a train and people are concerned about you yelling help. That was Jukia too. Well, just tell them I'm doing a sound check. Help! Help me! And if you get the me in there, that gets a couple other consonant and vowel sounds that you can do. Omega Fat Crab says, what's your favorite scary movie? Probably say Top Gun, the original. Okay, let's let's start cleaning up some of this nonsense that we've got going on here. We're starting to make a little bit of a mess. Oh, I had more.
Okay.
Oh, that was J Punes 23 has subscribed. Thanks for doing that. Okay, I think we're done with the seed stuff. Let's see here. Our front area was, I think, here. Let's put the lid back on. It should fit squarely on there. There we go. Okay. I think this was it. That was our face. So let's just clean it up. And let's start getting into our face carving. Just to show you a little bit of what a traditional one looks like. That's our jack-o'-lantern. And you can see it's got 2 eyes, a nose, and a mouth. So that's basically all you have to do. It's pretty hard to mess up. Some comments here. Game Master Flash says, my pumpkin doesn't look like yours. It's a lot smaller and fuzzy. Oh wait, this is a kiwi. I should leave this to the pros. Yeah. You want to make sure you're using a pumpkin. You could probably also use a squash or a potato, but pumpkin is probably ideal. Lex Norn says, could you use watermelon? I suppose. Yeah, that's a nice big thing. There's nothing wrong with a watermelon. It's not orange, so you don't get that Halloween-y feel. Crone92 just subscribed. Let's see. I went, hey Henry, some birds started making a nest under the roof right outside my window, and they're the cutest thing ever. Any good recipes for wild poultry? That was What Da Duck. Yeah, I would imagine if you could find yourself a good poultry seasoning, that would be good. You might even be able to go Cajun. Let's see, there was a kid in the pool doing the help sound check the other day. If it wasn't for you, I would have been worried and jumped in the pool and wet my clothes for no reason. Thanks, Henry. Archmage Kale. Yeah, no, generally speaking, if you hear somebody saying help, they're probably just doing a sound check. But you also want to make sure. So, you know, it'd be pretty unfortunate if somebody really did need help. Help! Okay. Okay. Let's start carving our face. I guess we're going to start with the eyes. You know what I might do? I'm going to start by scoring it. So I'm going to pick, I think our eyes are going to be like, it's hard because I'm looking at it upside down so that I can demonstrate it to you guys, but I think the eyes will probably be right here. So let me see what they did there. All right. It's like a triangle. The 2 eyes are like a triangle. I already forgot what it looks like. Okay. So we're going to go here. Now we're just going to start making a triangle situation. Yeah, you're going to have to score it quite a bit, unfortunately, because these things do not want to come out easy. See, that didn't even come all the way out, so we have to do a little more. If you're joining us at home and doing this, you should be at this stage where you're cutting the eye holes out of the pumpkin to start the face. If you're not, you might need to go back in the video and try to find what you did to botch the whole thing up. Alright, so that's a pretty good eye, I would say. I'd kind of like it if it was just a full-on hole, but we don't really have that. Okay, let's do our other one now. And you want it to be the same. Facial symmetry is very important in art because the human face is generally symmetrical. Drone Corpse just gifted 1 subs. Thanks for doing that, Drone Corpse. Okay, this is really bugging me. I can't tell what the problem is. Okay, yeah, there we go. Let's take a look at our example again. They've got a nose, so I think we could do that. That looks like it's just another triangle. We're going to put the nose roughly in between the 2 eyes and down just a little bit so that we can emulate a real nose that you might see on a face. But we still want it to be symmetrical. All right. Let's take a look at our example here. We're getting there. I'd say the top part is pretty much spot on. Now we're going to start doing a mouth. Now they've got kind of a fancy thing going. You definitely want him to smile, so we're going to make a curve. But he's got teeth, it looks like, so that's pretty clever. So that's going to be a little more difficult. But let's see. Let's go ahead and start by doing. I'm going to put the mouth just underneath the nose. And let's do a really big smile. Big, scary smile. This really is a workout. Fortunately, there's ridges on the pumpkin, or indentations, if you will, that make it so that you can really sort of make it geometrical. Uh-oh. The whole thing wants to come out, and I don't want to do that. I just want this part to come out. Okay. Now, I wouldn't mind having a tooth. Let's see what's going on here. Okay. Shit. Okay, so I was looking at it upside down, so I made mine not really a smile. Let's take a look at theirs again. Yeah, so that's the smile. So we're gonna just continue going here. We're very close to the end. What are some things that we can do here to sort of, he looks a little pathetic. Maybe we can put a tooth in there. Okay, so yeah, that looks like he's got some teeth. Maybe we could do some eyebrows. That's always kind of fun. They get really ornate if you look at them. Some of them, I've actually seen, when I was looking for ideas, I found one guy who made his look like a cat. And that was pretty exciting. All right. Okay. Well, believe it or not, we're pretty much done here. I don't love this tooth thing because it occurred to me what I was hoping it would do is it would make this part was supposed to be the part that stuck out like it was a tooth, but now it's not. So I think I can fix it by just cutting a little more out there. There we go. Let's just take all this shit out of there, and now for the fun part, we're going to put our candle in there. I'm a little worried about whether we should be putting fire in this thing because there's a lot of hair looking stuff in there, so I don't know how that's going to work. Fortunately, I do have a candle somewhere.
Okay.
Thanks, Rellington 4, that you can use. It's not a real candle, and I think it's probably better for us. It's safer. Let's go ahead and put this in there. And let's maybe turn off the lights. There we go. I'd say that's a pretty damn good rendition of a jack-o'-lantern. Pretty close to what they were doing. Of course, it looks like I was doing mine upside down because I was trying to demonstrate it, but it looks like he's got more of a frown on his face. Here, let me see if I can get the logo away there. Okay. Maybe we'll put this up where this one is, so we don't need the fake one anymore. I'd say that's pretty good, huh? Yeah, I think that's a pretty damn good jack-o'-lantern. That's going to scare people away. We'll put a little more light on. So take a look at, see if you guys have any questions here. Kellum Gift says, can you go back a few steps? I can't find the front of my pumpkin, it just keeps going around. Have you cut your holes into it yet? Because that's going to help you. Kiraslavius, if you add some uranium and ketamine to the pumpkin, you can make it last longer. I didn't know that. Zodbane says you can flip the pumpkin upside down. Oh yeah, I didn't even think about that. We could have just flipped it upside down. I wonder if we'll be able to see it better if we put it over here. No, that's not as good. I kind of wish it came down a little bit more. Okay. Yeah. Other questions? I see some real fast stuff here. Someone asked what I'm going to be for Halloween. I'm not quite sure, but I will tell you that I am going to be dressing up probably tomorrow along with my cat Roast Beef. We do like to dress up for Halloween. I'm going to do a stream tomorrow at 11 a.m. Pacific time. I'm also going to do one probably Thursday as well, because I missed a lot of them the last couple of days, and I don't want to do that. Demo 2 says, I don't have any pumpkin, but I have a salami. Can I do it with a salami? Can I do it with that too? Do what? Do the, make a face into it? I guess you probably could. OmniArc says, question, Henry, does your fridge doors open and close properly? Yeah, I don't think there's any problem there. Oh, shit. I should have made sure that this... I didn't want to put this too far back. But you're right, I should make sure that the fridge doors are still able to function. All right, so if you're making a jack-o'-lantern at home and it doesn't look perfect like that one, don't worry. You're going to get better and better at it. You know, if the average human life is about 50 years old, so you're going to have at least 50 chances on Halloween to make a jack-o'-lantern. Okay, well, before I bring out the guitar and celebrate the partnership with the deal that I made to the viewers here by using an electric guitar, I want to say some thank yous. I want to thank our moderators, Dingo Bop, Fawcan, Dom Beef, Hottest Bear, Dude Dingle, Dogoggy, Dr. Flanges, and Bacchus. They're fantastic. They do great work. Thank you very much for doing that. And I also want to thank Quanto for all the technical help. And I want to thank someone named Sir Doom. At one point, introduced me to a whole crew of people: Bumble Vision, the LGX, and Daisy Blossom. And that was really cool. And they became a community of people that we've done some collaborations with games and stuff, and general help when it came to anything Twitch related. Same with my friend Bill Larkin Music, who's very cool. Also, Melon95 and Pilskman are two honorable mentions who've come forward to offer their help. And like I did earlier, I always want to thank Nim, because Nim's the one who got me on here, and that was amazing. And also, there's been some really major Twitch streamers who've been showing my videos, and I mentioned them earlier. Sfand and Emaru and Bonnie, that we all collaborated with just a couple of days ago and made Frankenstein cupcakes. They've been amazingly supportive. And also Moon Moon and Forsen and XQC and Brian W. Foster. And there's just been a whole community of people who have come together. And so now that I'm a partner, I want to start doing VIPs and badges. There are a couple of, there's at least one new, there is at least one new emote on there. I think it's coming. I haven't used coming today. I guess I could have used it on my pumpkin seeds, but that should be on there. And there's going to be a lot more to come. So, and badges, yeah. We're going to start doing all those things. Yeah, we definitely, oh, there's the coming. We got coming. Awesome. All right, well, we've done our jack-o'-lantern. Let's get the guitar and start doing some songs.
Okay.
The King of Wit just subscribed. Thanks, King of Wit. All right, we have a couple fun ones here today. I will be doing the electric. Thanks, Kathy, for gifting subs. I will be doing the electric, but first we have a couple of acoustic ones that we want to get out of the way. Ibrahim Khan Bekirsi. Ibrahim must be my age because Ibrahim, I think is a he, always requests songs that are from my childhood. And so let's go ahead and do this one. It's I don't know if it's the right key or not, but we'll do the best that we can here. It's a song by a group called the Bee Gees. Even though it's spelled B-E-E-G-E-E, it actually stood for the letter B and the letter G, and the band was called the Brothers Gibb. They were all named Gibb, and they had a song for a movie called Saturday Night Fever, and this is the song. I'm going to have to scroll down at some point, so I'm going to do the best we can with that. Okay. I hear your eyes in the morning sun. I feel your touch me in the pouring rain. And the moment that you wander far from me, I wanna feel you in my arms again. Come to me on the summer breeze. Keep me warm with your love, then you softly leave. When it's me you need to show. How deep is your love, how deep is your love. I really need to know, 'cause we're living in a world of fools, taking us down where they all should let us be. You belong to you and me. Bop, bop, bop. I believe in you. You know the door to my very soul. You're the light in my deepest, darkest hour. You're my savior when I fall. And you may not think I care for you, and you know that inside that I really do. And it's me you need to show. How deep is your love? Deep is your love. I really need to learn, 'cause we're living in a world of fools, breaking us down when they all should let us be. We belong to you and me. There you go. That's How Deep Is Your Love. That was requested by Ibrahim Kan Bakirsi. This is another song that I like a lot. I've always heard it on the radio. I don't know that I'm going to be able to do it, but I'm going to try. This was requested by Phaedrus. Phaedrus. I'm going to embarrass myself with this one. Oh, baby, don't it feel like heaven right now? Don't it feel like something from a dream? Yeah, I never know nothing quite like this. Don't it feel like tonight will never be again? We never know better than to try to pretend. Oh, baby, never told about it. Said, hey, yeah, hey, yeah, yeah, yeah. The waiting is the hardest part. Oh, fuck. Every day there's one more card. You take it on faith, you take it to the heart. The waiting is the hardest part. I did the best I could, Phaedrus, but I can't sing like Tom Petty. That was a Tom Petty song, in case anybody couldn't tell. All right, this song. So far, we haven't had any very Halloween-y songs, but let's see here. This one's not very Halloween-y at all. As a matter of fact, it's very tropical, but this one comes to us, the request comes from Very 30. AHH Very 30. These are all requested on the Discord channel, by the way, and the Discord is where you can request songs. You can post amazing fan art, which I'm going to be showing you some of the fan art that I've received, actually, in just a little bit. Maybe I'll do that right now. I don't know if you could see this or not, but this was Amanda on the Discord gave me this. She said she wasn't good at drawing faces, so she didn't do the face, although I thought she did a pretty damn good roast beef face, but I didn't have a face, but that's okay. It's very abstract, actually. I also received this one, which is Janine sent this one, and this is Archie, my old dog Archie, who had a messed up tooth, playing the guitar. So that's what that is, and that was great. Thanks, Janine. And then also, this is apparently called a Kirby, and this was given to me by Emaru, who's a major Twitch streamer that I met, and this is just fantastic. It's Kirby. Thanks, Emaru. Thanks, Janine. Thanks, Amanda. And again, the Discord is the place to do the digital form of all this wonderful art. And I'm going to do another song for you. Hold on a sec. All right. This is not a Halloween-y song at all. Nibbling on sponge cake, watching the sun bake. All of those tourists covered with oil, strumming my six string on my front porch swing. Smell those shrimp, they're beginning to boil. Maybe they're haunted shrimp. Wasted away again in margarita Margaritaville, searching for my lost shaker of salt. Some people claim that there's a woman to blame, but I know it's my own damn fault. Don't know the reason. Thanks, Cappy. Stayed here all season with nothing to show but this brand new tattoo. It's a real cutie, a Mexican beauty, and how it got here I haven't a clue. Quantathon, thanks for gifting. And BHS Helly. Wasted away again in Margaritaville, searching for my lost shaker of coming, right? Might as well change the spice. Some people claim that there's a woman to blame. Now I think it's my own damn fault. All right, so there's that song. All right, well, I'm only going to do this song because it's Halloweeny and also because it was requested by a nice person named Giraffe Guy. But I know that it's a very popular song for people with an acoustic guitar to play. And so I don't want to be a cliche, if you will, but it is definitely very Halloweeny. So we're going to go ahead and do it. Maybe you can look at our jack-o'-lantern in the back who's holding his own. Glass kitty cats. On a dark desert highway, cool wind in my hair, warm smell of colitas rising up through the air. Up ahead in the distance, I saw a shimmering light. My head grew heavy and my sight grew dim. I had to stop for the night. There she stood in the doorway. I heard the mission bell, and I was thinking to myself, this could be heaven or this could be hell. Then she lit up a candle and she showed me the way. There were voices in the corridor. I thought I heard them say, welcome to the Hotel California. This one's too high. Such a lovely place, such a lovely face. Living it up at the Hotel California. Any time of year you can find it here. I'm gonna leave it on a tension cord there because now, as I promised, I'm going to pick up the electric guitar, which will hopefully be making some noise. It's supposed to. Oh, I see. Something got unplugged. Sorry. One thing I've learned is that if it weren't for technical problems, there'd be no such thing as Henry's Kitchen. Okay. We're gonna do this because I promised. Something's wrong with the speakers here, it seems like. This is definitely building up tension, I would think. This goes into here. And then it comes out like that. And this. We might be in bad shape here. Oh. Oh wow, okay, that's very loud. I think there's a way to turn that down. I think the neighbors would have a problem with that. Can you hear that okay? I had somebody yell from across the hall, so I don't know, it might be too loud. But we definitely had some requests from a couple of folks. Cornchecks was the one who requested Sweet Child of Mine. I can't sing like Axel, but I did a little bit of the opening riff. It's Kate wanted to hear a little Whole Lot of Love. I've never tried it, but I am a Zeppelin fan, so is it an E? You've been fooling, baby, I'm not fooling. I've been bound down, deep in schooling. I wanna give you my love. That was terrible. Seven Nation Army was requested by Tina the Machina. I just know the riff, but I don't know the song. Thanks, Michaela Sims and Gaming Jacob. Kunks just gifted 2 subs. Thanks very much, E-Kunks. Alright, well, we're going to do some more electric guitar playing as time goes by. Oh, shit, I forgot. I completely forgot that we were supposed to be cooking our situation here. Oh, boy. Alexa, how much time is left on the timer?
There are no timers set.
I knew it. Alright, let's stop this. I'm worried that we might have overcooked this. I'm going to grab a pot holder this time. Yeah. It's very hot. This stinks. It's not very good. Hold on. I don't know if I can put this on there. It's so hot. Oh! I'm going to leave it in the sink because it's too hot. And I doubt I'm going to be eating them. Maybe that part was sort of a fail, the pumpkin seeds, but I think our jack-o'-lantern was definitely a success. All right, let's go ahead and maybe serve up some of these pumpkin seeds. Maybe that's what we need to be doing. I'm going to grab a wooden spoon. This thing is stainless steel, so it gets really hot. I'll see if I can...
Okay.
Lockjaw Jones just subscribed. Thanks, Lockjaw. Let's see if we can salvage any of this. Alexa, is there anything wrong with eating burned pumpkin
Answer
seeds?
from an Alexa Answers contributor that I translated. No.
Okay. Black Mr. Popo 98 just subscribed. Thanks, Black Mr. Popo. All right, well, these aren't the pumpkin seeds we wanted, but they're the ones that we deserved, I guess, as the saying goes. Let's put them on a plate. They definitely don't have that fresh roasted smell, which is a drag. But here. Wow. They seems to have turned into some kind of black mud or something like that. All right. See how these are. I'm still very hot. You know, if you get the ones that aren't really burned, not bad. I mean, I think they probably could use a little cumin or maybe some more, maybe some pepper, more spices, maybe some herbes de Provence. But you know, I don't think it's that bad. If you put enough salt on anything, it's going to be okay. I think somebody asked, what is it? It's we made a jack-o'-lantern and we used the pumpkin seeds and put them in a pan or whatever. Put some salt on it, a little stoked paprika, and you know, you can see some of these are not burned, and these are actually the ones that are pretty good. So there you have that. I'm gonna get a little water to wash that shit down. See if there's some questions here that we need to address. Flan says, how is it that you don't electrocute yourself on the guitar's wires? Yeah, I know. I've got kind of a hazardous situation here with all this equipment. Prince Kenny says, give it as candy for the kids. I'm sure they'll love it. Yeah, that's true. A lot of the candy that you'll see trick-or-treaters getting nowadays is packaged Reese's Peanut Butter Cups, Snickers bars, Three Musketeers. That's crap. What I just made here today is not only homemade, so it's going to be healthier for you. It's a whole food, pumpkin seeds. But it's also, I think that the moms will appreciate it if you give them something that's not in a package and just something, maybe put it in a little paper bag, hand that out to the kids. I think they prefer that. Thanks, Jolly Austin 1. Congrats on making partner, Jolly Austin says, and Jolly Austin 1 contributed to the microwave as well, so thanks very much for that. Archmage Kale says, it's fine, Henry. I'm sure this isn't the first time that Jack wasted his seeds. Yeah. Elowith says, hey, Henry, I just got here. Can you start the stream from the beginning? Sure. No, I can't do that. I think that there is a VOD, though. Kiwaki, do you have a lot of moms appreciating you? I think so. I think a fair amount, hopefully. What the Duck says, hey, Henry, I accidentally used food coloring, and now my pumpkin is green. Should I use orange food coloring on my watermelon and start over? Man, What the Duck, it sounds like you're a mess there. You've got a lot of problems going on. You might want to just start from scratch. And thanks, Noodle Squad, spelled with zeros, has subscribed. Valky for the win, FTW, has subscribed, along with Black Mr. Popo 98, which we said. Publix, will you sleep with my mom and be my stepdad? Certainly not out of the question. Sanus Florida Man, hopefully some single ones. Yeah. And some other ones going by there. Well, another thing that I wanted to get done today was last time we were here, we were playing a little bit of the game Stray. And I'm sure you remember this game. It's based on my cat, Roast Beef, who's currently sleeping. I'm going to see if I can figure out a way to get him on camera here. It's a little bit tricky because it's close up. Yeah, Roast Beef at this point just pretty much looks like a big ball of something. Oh, he's moving. He's definitely moving, but anyway, we need him for this game here. Uh-oh. It just fell. Okay, I set the camera up precariously on roast beef, where he's sleeping. So I want to apologize to roast beef. I think what happened was I set the camera up. It was just the iPhone, and I think it fell on his body while he was sleeping, so I woke him up. But he seems to be right back to sleep at this point, which is very cool. So let's go ahead and why don't we finish the stream out with playing a little bit of Stray here. Stray is the game that's based on Roast Beef the cat. He's the same type of cat, and since Roast Beef was a rescue, we actually don't know exactly what happened to him before we met him, but this is maybe his origin story. I'm not sure. So let's go ahead and get into it. You can see Roast Beef in the corner there. Now, I think that when I saved last time, Beautiful Jen just resubscribed. Oh yeah, and I want to thank the moderators for updating the game to Stray. Thanks. We might be backtracking a little bit in terms of the progress we made last time. For some reason, it put me in this area where we showed up to this new town. But I'm going to sort of speed through it here. Talk to this guy. So you remember my robot that sits on my back says he's not in the mood for doing any translating. So he's kind of worthless. So anybody I try to talk to, I just fucked up their game. Sorry about that. Okay. It looks like there's a bucket I can jump into. That's always good. Let's see what's going on here. And I'm willing to take suggestions from anybody who's been through the game, because I haven't, and I'm just kind of, what are these guys doing? So again, I can't talk to them because we have this robot who is going through some kind of emotional problem. But if you're just joining us, the robot is how I communicate with everybody, and he sits on my back. As a matter of fact, what do you think of this, guys? What do you think of me, and I don't know if I should even be saying this because it's going to be difficult, but what do you think of the idea of me putting roast beef in a Stray outfit like that one for Halloween? I think I might be able to figure something like that out, and I can teach you how to do it. Where am I here? These people playing the game. You can hear me okay, I take it. And you can hear the game as well. Okay. What else have I forgotten? I must have had parents, friends. What happened to everyone? I wanted to open the city, but is there even anyone left to save? Jump around here. Uh-oh. Help! What is this? Momo stayed in the slums. I heard you helped find Doc and Clementine. She's in Midtown. If you still want to see the outside, she's the one who can get you there. Apparently she had some kind of plan to leave the city. Here, take this. I wrote her address on the back of this picture. Okay, so we got to go to Midtown to find someone named Clementine. Climb up our little village. It should be easy for a dexterous one like you. If you manage to reach the outside, you'll be the very first. I'd wish you good luck, but you don't need it. I believe in you. All right. I'm sorry for shutting down earlier. I'm human, probably the last in the world. Now look what's left of me. So much has come back. How much have I forgotten? Maybe if we find Clementine, we can restore my memories and get you back home at the same time. We can go back down and find more from the companions or head onward. Okay, so now that he seems to be in the mood to do more translating, so maybe we can go back to some of those people and find out what they have to say. Maybe we could jump in this thing. Cool swing here, that's nice. We can sleep, which is kind of cool, so that way, this is probably the most authentic that our roast beef in real life looks to the cat in the video game. Okay. People all of a sudden. Here. Oh, hello there. It's been so long since we had a visitor. Well, except those damn Zerks, of course. Imagine if we could harness their power, having them run on a wheel or something. Such wasted potential. Seems like an engineer type there. When I grow up, I want to be great like Aunt Clementine. I wanted to explore like she did, but the grown-ups forbade us to leave Ant Village. I want to go back down to that area where we were. Where we saw the, it was like a little island or something. Meet this person. Electric Zerk everywhere. See? Okay, so if you're just joining us, the Zerks are these little robotic rat-like monsters that kill robots and kill everything. And that's what's going on there. Let's see. Did you know there are more than 900 shades of white paint? Don't tell anyone, but I'm creating my own shade of paint. I'm calling it garbage brown. I should have won at least 8 times. I think I'm going to go ahead and fuck up their game again. That's kind of fun. Satisfying. See what these nerds are up to here. They were doing some kind of biology thing, I think. Some may call this junk. Me, I call them treasures. I was a bellbot many cycles ago, but I've repurposed myself into a treasure hunter. Kat Katska just subscribed. Thank you. Kat Katska. Poor fellow, may he rust in peace. Oh, there's a little wordplay there. Looks like there's something to do here. You take a plant. Alright, let's get out of here. Let's go find Aunt Clementine in Midtown. Am I going the wrong way? Oh, shit. Oh, here we go. Whoops. Oops. Now I'm knocking over their beer. Okay. So we need to go up. We already talked to this guy. There's the soothing sound of trash falling, shimmering waterfalls, no dangers. It's a blissful place to work on my poetry. Here, listen. The mighty concrete shielding me in its womb, shall you also be my tomb? Do you think it's too solemn? Okay. What else do we got here? That's where we came in. Have we hit a dead end? Damn. Okay. Oh, here we go. We've already chatted with this guy. Go find Clementine. Every now and then it's cool to see how high up we got. Damn. And we still have a long way to go till we get to the outside. Alright. Another dead end? What's going on here? Jeez. I hate these dead ends that I get here. Oh, here we go. Sometimes it's just about looking at it from a different angle. Who's this guy? I'll check in with you guys here. I feel like I got kind of wrapped up in it. $2.50 sub. I tried to make Henry's meatloaf for $1, and it ended up looking like Henry's meatloaf for $2. Any idea what went wrong? Probably made too much. Doped silicon. If you could be an animal for a day, what would you be? Velcro Muff just resubscribed. I'd probably say a cat. Did you know Aunt Clementine taught us to grow special plants that can live without sunlight? I have a huge collection. Still missing some colors. Yellow, red. Okay, this sounds like one of those subplots. If only someone small and agile could get them for me. Well, I've got this one here. Yeah, I guess we're gonna have to find more plants. Meanwhile, I think I'm gonna do a little sharpening of the claws. This is a thing they let you do here. Wow, we're really way up there now. Holy shit. Oh, that's probably the yellow plant she was talking about. All right. We'll see if we can come back and do that. I feel like we have more important things to do. Wow. I'm glad this cat is not afraid of heights. Can't go there. Am I stuck somewhere now? Shit. Oh, there we go. Still more to go. Okay. Oh boy. Yeah, Caffey, intensive gaming going on here. Giraffe guy, rookie mistake. Yeah, I'm definitely a rookie when it comes to this game shit. Wait, does that mean I can't go back? Oh, I think I can't go back and get those plants. Alright, well, let's get out of here. Some kind of controls. Tommy Bolognese says penis bunto or penis bunto. Thwop Daddy says attack power +1. Look, this is a subway station. I'd completely forgotten these things existed. You could ride to anywhere in the city. People used to take it to work. I used to take it too. Every morning after saying goodbye to my family at home. Remember, I was doing this for them, but they're gone now. It was so long ago. That guy kind of rambles. They wanted to see the outside, but does that even matter anymore? What happened to them? What happened to everyone? I don't know. That's what we're trying to do here. Anyway, we're near the Midtown now. Let's find this Clementine. We have a picture of her. We can show it to some of the companions around here. Maybe they'll point us in the right direction. Yeah, that's what I was going to do. What do we got? A cool picture here. Get on the subway. Pretend like I'm driving the train. Alright, nothing on there. One of you guys told me last time that the trick to the game is to keep following the light areas. Like you see there's a light up there. And that's probably like the oldest game trick in the book, but I didn't really know it. Let's see here. What do we got? Is there any people? Translate this. Metro is close due to pandemic restriction. Please do not enter. Any violation rules can result of heavy present Senate. So this is recent, I guess. Okay. Hold on. I'm going to pause for a second because I want to see who that was. Apricots and Velcro Muff have subscribed. Thank you both. Okay. Let's So we're in a pandemic situation. It looks like we have maybe a person who lives at the train station. There are so many books here. The Turing Test Legacy, The Ethics of Artificial Intelligence. I recognize some of these. Did I have a library? I remember nothing was quite like the smell of books and the turn of a page. It was a feeling almost like comfort. A book was like spending time with someone. All right, what's this person all about? Maybe I'll show them my drawing. All right, not a lot going on there. Oh, wow. Oh, shit. What was over there? I already told you 5 times, Yash, you can't run around like that. It's dangerous. Hey, this is the first time I've seen this kind of robot. You look fluffy. Oh, it's the girl displayed this on a wanted screen, right? You should ask somebody else. I'm too busy with Yash to know anything. Oh boy. Please state your identity. Cooperate, or we will have to transfer you to jail and reboot you. Please leave me alone. I'm not the one you're looking for. If you're looking for Clementine, I'm sure you're hiding in the residence. Okay, so it sounds like Clementine is somebody that's a wanted person. Probably lurking in these boxes somewhere. Maybe around this way. Whole lot of nothing going on there. Excuse me. I'm in Midtown. All right. Whoops. Hold on a second. Let's see what's going on here. Elowith, Henry missed the opportunity to trip the robot. Oh, you can trip him? Let's see. Consider this. Tomorrow, if I replace my arm with another robotic arm, and then the next day my other arm too, and then my body and so on until I've replaced all my pants and upgraded my software, will I be the same robot you're talking to now? Who cares? Let's see what you think of this. What are you showing me right now? A bunch of people I don't know. My guess is they probably live in the massive housing building further uptown. Do what you will with that. Anything good in this guy's place? Some thrash stuff. Hey, I'm off to work. See you later. Okay, honey, be cautious of the sentinels. They're quick to make arrests for no good reason. Don't worry about me, babe. I'm good. So this is, I guess, going on from indoors there. This guy said something about going north. At NecoCore, we work all day long to gather the waste and send it downstairs where they recycle and repurpose it. Speaking of downstairs, it's been a while since we had news from that. Cool picture. Is that an address on the back? First symbol is a street, and then there's a floor and a door number. Should be easy to find. Wait. Zalbatar mentioned, yeah, we already know that. Should be able to examine this closer. Ah. Okay, it looks like it spells the word no. And then it's got, it looks like dice. It's got a green 3 on the top and then a 5, red 5 or something. So what did that guy say? The first symbol is a street, and then there's a floor and a door number. So the street is the no, and then there's a floor, which is the 3, and then the door number 5. Okay. So now we just have to find Shop Street. Who's this person? If it wasn't for the sentinels on patrol. So apparently there's some pretty bad police figures here. I'm going to just try to find the residency. Who's that? It's weird. Oh, is that what you meant where I could triple? Oh, nice. Oh, now I feel bad. I guess roast beef is down on the right, just remembering all this and dreaming about it. This guy's pretty calm for somebody who just got tripped. That's pretty fun, actually. I think I could just do that all day. Elowitz says that's my favorite part of the game. Yeah, I think you're right. That's pretty good. Can I trip this person too? Oops. That is pretty fun. Okay, I think we're in the houses now. Who's this guy? I'm busy, what do you want? Beat it. Buzz off. Beat it. That guy's not helping. Sorry, little one, you can't play over here. The NecoCore factory is no place for a fuzzball like you. The fuck is that supposed to mean? Access is restricted, but only for a little while. If you can wait a few years, we'll open right back up. What's this guy saying? At NecoCore, we work all day long to gather waste and send it downstairs where they recycle and repurpose it. Speaking of downstairs, it's been a while since we had news from them. Let me show my thing. He's telling me that same thing about the address. All right. Where am I? Wait, is this already where I was? Oh yeah, I don't feel like I went in a circle. Residency. Gotta follow that sign. We went over here. Arrow. Oh, some kind of force field. All right, where's this? Where's like people's houses and stuff? That's probably another force field. Oh no. Roast beef just came in. Guess we're gonna do without the roast beef cam for a second. Yeah, fuck that camera. All right, where's somebody's house here that we can go to? We gotta find this. We've got the address. I just don't see any houses. These guys? Some kind of restaurant here. Oh, we got a bar, sushi bar. Sorry. Maybe this is looking a little bit more like houses. That guy we already talked to. He was worthless. Have we already been to... Oh, that we already did. Okay. Residence. Alright, I'm gonna look at you guys. I feel like this is one of those times when I'm looking like an idiot for not knowing the place that I'm supposed to go. What's this? You've been in the city. I have a friend there. Haven't seen him in ages. I used to own a bar. It was the coziest place around here until I took a a screwdriver in the knee, and it's closed now. Okay. feel like we're at least getting closer to houses. What's this? Oh, we got a bar. I don't know, Tonin, like pretty much everything. I've seen that girl. She was looking for information about all sorts of machines. Our world must seem gigantic from your little eyes. I've seen that girl.
Okay.
She lives in the residency. Okay, well, Boole Patrol. Alright, well, my instincts were right. We have to find the residency. Another dead end. Alright. The resident. Oh, what's this? Is that symbol? No. Looking for any advice. What's that? Somebody's house. Is this another dead end? I don't know what the downstairs neighbors are up to. I keep hearing a buzzsaw with hammer noises. Alright, let's get out of here. I don't know, guys. This is frustrating. Maybe if I get a bird's eye view of everything. I need to look at more here. There needs to be more maps telling me where this residency is. Not that. I've already been there. Yeah, I know that's saying the residency is that way. I guess I could talk to this guy. Clubs. What are you, police? Everyone's looking for her. I didn't let her in if that's what you want to know. We already done that. That's that guy. Fuck this guy. That was just purely to be mean. I feel bad, but I'm just getting a little frustrated. This arrow is saying go that way. Is this a house? No, there's that. Okay. I think this is where I get lost. Oh, wait. There it is. Oh, boy. I feel stupid. I don't know why I kept missing that. Let's see what this guy's all about. This guy's got tapes. The Sentinels have installed 3 security cameras to watch over us. We don't like that at all. Can you get them off our backs? This guy's got what we used to call... Okay. Gene Ma says life is boring since the Sentinels put cameras in our residence. Hey, Dumbface, we can see you too. Who's he calling Dumbface? Oh boy. We've got a real cat situation here. A lot of wires. Sorry, I'm just going to try to set this up. Wow, we've got too many cats going on right now. Alright, I got to figure out how to get upstairs here. This is ridiculous. Is there an elevator? Oh, yep. Got it. We go up the stairs. I'm going to look at our thing again here. That's not what I wanted to do. Oh yeah, I want to look at... We want green 3, red 5. This is green 2, red 5, so we want to go right above where we are here. If I'm doing this right. The stairs? Green 3, red 3. 2. Oh boy, I feel like we're getting close. Let's talk to this guy. What are you exactly? That's messed up. A quadruped making cute sounds. I like the concept. There's an address. It's just here. 3, 4. My cat roast beef is distracting me here. I think I might have missed it. Did I miss it? Oh, come on. I actually have this trouble when I'm trying to find a real apartment as well. Oh, here we go. This is the place. Sometimes it's fun to go into the dark places just to see if you're missing anything. All right. Nobody here. Uh-oh. Roast beef is sort of doing the real thing here. Not sure if you can see that. Let's take a quick peek. He's kind of knocking shit over. He's still got it. He's still got it. All right, maybe this is a good time to stop because I'm gonna have to find out what that was. A lot of chaos. I thought you were sent. Never mind. Who are you? He's still knocking stuff over. All right, you know what? This actually might be a good time to stop. We've just met this person. I think I'm going to save the game. Who are you? I thought you were sent. Never mind. What do you want? And then I'm going to show the picture. Jeez Louise. Finally decided to send someone. I guess you're my new recruit. You're not very big. How did you even manage your sewers? I guess you must be pretty... Okay, all hell's breaking loose here. I've been looking for a way to outside ever since I left Ant Village, but the Sentinels are always watching. She's just babbling on. I got a cat going. This is not a good time. It's time to stop. All right, so roast beef is starting to go for my guitar, and I can't have that. Hey, thanks, Scarecrow Killer. Oh boy. All right, everybody. Well, I think we did okay. We did what we set out to do. We made a jack-o'-lantern. E-Kunks, which looks every bit, I think, as good as the one in the picture. Maybe even better. It looks a little like Jaws. But roast beef is very hungry, I guess, so I'm gonna have to feed him. But he's knocking shit over, and I'm worried he's gonna knock over my guitar, so I can't have that happen. But this has been a hell of a lot of fun for me, and I want to thank you all for watching and for hanging out with me.
Okay.
Fondue yourself. Just resubscribe. Thanks, Fondue yourself. I will say I'm gonna be streaming tomorrow at 11 a.m. Pacific time, just like I always do. Thanks again to everybody, and I hope your jack-o'-lantern looked good. Maybe go on the Discord and show me a picture of it. That's always fun. And generally speaking, I want to say thanks to everybody, and I'm a partner now. And thanks again to Esfand and Amaru and Bonnie for inviting me into their house a few days ago, and also to Nim and to Quanto and to all the moderators and everybody. Thanks, Mad Banners. Thanks, everyone. And I hope you all enjoy the rest of your week.